Hello, dear viewers. Thanks for tuning in to your Pan-African channel, Africanews. This is the Football Planet. I am Victor Muisio. Coming up for you in this program, 8 teams played in the CHAN 2018 quarterfinals over the weekend. And now the party has narrowed to just 4 who will be playing in the semifinals in January 31st. That is this Wednesday. We'll be having a review of the quarters and a preview of the semifinals. And then after Guinea's Kanfory Bangoura's exit as the team coach, now it is Rwanda's Antoine Hey. Rwandan Football Federation said in a Twitter statement that they are set to part ways with coach Antoine Hey after a first-round exit at the CHAN 2018 tournament in Morocco. Details on that coming up. And then we'll also be telling you about a Kenyan football academy that thrashed Barcelona and Atletico Madrid's youth team, still putting emphasis that Africa is a hotbed for future football talent. Stay tuned. Sudan, Morocco, Congo, and Nigeria all booked a spot in the CHAN 2018 semi-finals in Morocco that will be played this Wednesday, January the 31st. We have that report.
Libya progressed into the semi-finals of the 2018 African Nation Championship after beating Congo 5-3 in a penalty shootout after their quarter-final match ended 1-1 at the Stade Adrar in Agadir, Morocco on Sunday night. Libya opened the scoring in the 15th minute thanks to a well-taken goal by Saleh Taher. Congo persisted and were rewarded for their efforts with the equalizing goal in the 37th minute courtesy of Junior Makiese. Still, no team could find the back of the net as 120 minutes of football ended 1-1, and consequently that match had to be decided through a penalty shootout, which Libya won 5-3. The result now means that Libya join Nigeria, Sudan and Morocco in the semi-finals. Morocco, who beat Namibia 2-0 in the semis, will entertain Libya in the semi-finals on Wednesday. The other match will see Nigeria facing it off with Sudan. Nigeria qualified after overcoming a stubborn Angolan side 2-1, while Sudan beat Zambia 1-0. The final will be played on Sunday, February 4th in the Mohammed V complex in Casablanca.
After Guinea's Kanfory Bangoura's exit as the team coach, now it is Rwanda's Antoine Hey. The Rwandan Football Federation said on a Twitter statement last week that they are set to part ways with Hey after a first-round exit at the CHAN 2018 tournament that is ongoing in Morocco. We have the details.
A week after Guinea coach Kanfory Bangoura lost his job with the Sili National of Guinea, the Rwandan Football Federation are set to part ways with coach Antoine Hey after a first-round exit at the CHAN 2018 tournament in Morocco. The federation in a Twitter statement said the contract termination was upon the request of the German trainer. Fair Wafa said it was going to meet with the sports ministry to review the coach's request. The Rwandan team, the Amavubis, were pulled in Group C of the tournament along with Nigeria, Libya and Equatorial Guinea. They managed one goalless draw against Nigeria, a 1-0 win against Equatorial Guinea and a late loss in their final game against Libya. The 46-year-old Hey, who has previously managed Lesotho, the Gambia, Liberia and Kenya, recently indicated that the Syrian FA is interested in his services. Rwanda were only able to compete in the CHAN after initial host nation Kenya withdrew, so allowing an extra place in the finals for the region, which Rwanda took after beating Ethiopia in a playoff. Rwanda, who are currently ranked 116th in the FIFA World Rankings, have been pitted against Guinea, Ivory Coast and the Central African Republic in their AFCON 2019 qualifying group. They began their campaign with a 2-1 defeat against CAR in Bongi.
Africanews journalist from Uganda, Daniel Mumbere, has been following closely the goings-on in Morocco. He will be joining us shortly for a quick word on the CHAN 2018 coaching casualties so far. Now to East Africa, some inspiring news. Kenya's only professional football academy has shown its prowess on the world stage, beating top European youth teams like Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Let's have a look at the following report.
European soccer academies are widely considered the ultimate springboards into the lucrative world of professional football. And most aspiring young footballers in Africa always consider launching their careers in Europe. However, a football academy in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, known as Akakoro Football Academy, has proven to the world that all you need to prosper in the game is not just changing continents. The academy has showed off its skills to the world by beating Barcelona and Atletico Madrid juniors, thus showcasing Africa as a hub for future talents. The team competes in the Donovan Cup every year, a tournament that is said to be one of the toughest junior championships in Europe. It is in this tournament that Akakoro FC thrashed Barcelona FC and Atletico Madrid to win the cup both in 2017 and the year before, 2016. Located in the outskirts of Nairobi, Korogosho slums, Akakoro has one of the modest training grounds in Kenya. The academy draws players from slum areas, many of whom come from socially underprivileged families. The academy was set up in 2013 as a community-based organization by an Australian, Stefan Kogelberg, along with a Kenyan partner, and today it sees 100 boys and girls train every afternoon. Youth development in football has been suffocated by corruption in the continent. Most football projects established in Africa are often used for political and economic purposes that only harm Africa's future rather than support domestic development both at grassroots and at the national level. But Akakoro is a beacon of hope that the game will change.
All right, like we said, the CHAN 2018, just like most tournaments, has seen a couple of coaches exit their teams. Most recently was Rwanda's coach Antoine Hey. Daniel Mumbere from Uganda is here to give us some quick comments on that. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
Thank you, Victor.
Now, there is confusion surrounding Antoine Hey's situation, understanding that he wants to leave, but the Rwandese FA insists that he must honor the contract. What do we need to understand?
I think the Rwanda situation is a very simple one. Coach Antoine Hey has formally requested the Rwandese Football Federation to terminate his contract. The Football Federation has acknowledged that they received the request for termination of the contract, and they've said they're going to discuss it with the Minister of Sports and Culture, and they've urged the coach to respect some clauses that bind both parties as far as termination of contracts is concerned. Now, so this is the big question. What are these clauses and what is going to happen? But after that, Coach Hey has gone to Twitter and he has done his farewell speech. He has done the, "I will always love you. It was an honor. I came as a friend. I live as a stranger." So basically for him, he's gone. The contract is done. And about the clauses, he has said that he knows that he signed a contract that is supposed to expire in March this year. That same contract, according to him, says that if any of the parties wants to renew the contract, they should communicate by January 15th. And by January 15th, 2018, none of the parties had talked of renewing the contract. So clearly for me, Coach Hey knows how he wants to go. He really wants to go. And as far as he's concerned, he's no longer the coach of Amavubi Stars.
He should be let to leave.
Yeah.
And now, Daniel, looking at Guinea's coach, Kanfory Bangoura's dismissal,
Yeah.
now there is a feeling that at times these coaches get dismissed unfairly, in an unfair way, because we understand that bad results can be the fault of the coach, the fault of the players, or even the board of the board that is managing this team. Now, what do you think about that?
Victor, this particular one is a very, very interesting discussion we usually have in football circles. It is the system. The system of football is designed this way. It has the way it works. Strikers are the stars. Midfielders are the creative geniuses. Footballers, the defenders and keepers are the unsung heroes. That's how it works. And unfortunately for the coaches, they are the scapegoat when things don't go well. Because, I mean, we all know that it is not just Messi or the efforts of Ronaldo that bring the tournaments. There is the Xavi in there doing the work. There's a defense that is not conceding goals for you to win the tournaments. But, come on, who's going to give a Ballon d'Or to Puyol? Huh? So the system works that way. Coaches are not responsible for the results solely, but there's a silent rule that when things go wrong, the buck stops at the coach. In Chan's case here and Rwanda's case, I think it's not about the results. Coach Antoine Hey wants to go. For starters, he's the one who's saying, please let me go. It's not the other way around.
Yes.
And from what he said to the media so far, he was not very disappointed with the results at Chan. He was happy with the draw with Nigeria. He was delighted with the Equatorial Guinea win. And he says they were just seconds away from their dream. They lost to Libya. I don't understand that, but it's clearly not about the results. But of course, like you said, for Guinea's Bangoura, man, it's a real deal. Most of the coaches will be looking at that and saying, yeah, if you don't get the results, you could actually be sacked.
I think it could be understood for association football. Sackings can be understood when it comes to association because these are businesses. These clubs are businesses. But for national teams, come on. Okay, and before we let you, Daniel, who's your favorite to take this Chan 2018?
Chan 2018, I would love to say Nigeria because they are, for the love of the underdog. Nobody has given these Nigerians a chance, especially back home in Nigeria. They've been written off, but they're here. They're in the semifinals. They came from a goal down. They scored in the 3 extra minutes and went on to win the game. So I'd love to say Nigeria, but there's Morocco. Numbers don't lie. Morocco has the top scorer, tournament top scorer. They scored 9 goals, conceded just 1 in 4 games. So everything, they look unstoppable right now. But then again, we're talking about football. It's a beautiful game. Nothing is guaranteed. So I don't know.
All right, I have my money on Morocco. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by.
All right.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you for having me.
All right. That was Daniel Mumbere, one of our top sports journalists in the house. Our Jamaican sprint legend Usain Bolt's football ambitions still remain a realistic possibility. Throughout his career in athletics, Bolt often spoke of his desire to eventually make a transition into football. And while it raised a few laughs, it was no joke for the Jamaican. Bolt is in South Africa right now to inspire young athletes, and he shared his passion for football and his desire to pursue the sport. Let's listen in.
I'm trying to get into football a little bit, so I have a trial in March. That's something that I'm looking forward to, so that could be a new employment, but I'm just taking it step by step.
Bolt is not a professional footballer, but that could be about to change in the coming months following news that he will have a trial with Bundesliga giants Borussia Dortmund in Germany, and he is hopeful to carve out a career for himself in football as a professional. Well, that's it for this week on Football Planet. I'll see you again next week. Remember, you can always watch this show online and other stories making headlines in the world of sport on our website, africanews.com/sport.